Greg Norman is back in command. The CEO of LIV spoke to the Australian and had some harsh words for the PGA. As is commonly known, neither competition has a good connection. One of the primary causes is the transition of players from the historic tour to the now new Saudi tournament. The issues continue to mount, thanks in part to the personality of the league's top official. Here's everything we've learned so far. To begin, let's look at an overview of Greg Norman's claim at the PGA Tour. It's not accurate that we're attempting to eliminate tours. Simply put, the PGA is attempting to ruin us, Norman stated. The PGA has refused to meet with me or any of my investors. To be honest, we have no interest in sitting down with them right now because our product is functioning, remarked the energetic CEO, who emphasizes that they did everything in their power to hold a meeting with the tour. I know we tried really hard last year. We chose to depart when we realized we wouldn't hear from them. The transfer of renowned players from one competition to another has caused quite a stir in the world of golf in recent months. In the most recent rumor, a Spanish John Rahm, a Twitter user, predicted that Rahm will join with LIV. The golfer, on the other hand, took it in stride, as it is generally known that the Spaniard refused to compete in Saudi Arabia multiple times. I regret to inform you that you have just begun a losing streak because you and your source are incorrect. I'd want to thank you for moving me up the PIP golf influencer ranking, Rahm tweeted to a user who claimed to have never failed a LIV signature. Rory McIlroy is another person who is strongly opposed to both LIV and the return of individuals who have left and returned to the tour. The Brighton spoke to the Independent on his disagreement with the Ryder Cup rebels. Moving on, Eugenio Lopez-Chicarra wins competition in Thailand. Former amateur golfer Eugenio Lopez-Chicarra won the LIV Golf Thailand tournament with a final round score of 69. The final round of the tournament at Stonehill Golf Club, located outside of Bangkok, was delayed due to weather, but the 22-year-old Spaniard eventually completed with a 19 under 197, ahead of Patrick Reed's final round 67. He ended in a three-way tie for third with Paul Casey, 65, Richard Bland, 68, and Siwon Kim, 68. From the second round on, Lopez-Chicarra, the world's number 2 amateur player before turning pro in the Saudi-backed LIV Series, was in the lead. Despite a strong start with the birdie on the first hole, Lopez-Chicarra faltered with bogeys on the 4th and 5th holes, giving his rivals fresh hope. Even with those 2 bogeys, he still managed to win his first professional competition. The whole week, Lopez-Chicarra claimed, "I hit the ball good. I played 54 holes and made 2 bogeys when I was shooting for none. The course is in great form, allowing for modest scores, and I believe I played well as well. Having a better ratio of birdies to bogeys will guarantee success." Lopez-Chicarra also played for Sergio Garcia's Fireballs team, who finished 7 strokes ahead of the Crushers to take first place. Next week, the LIV Golf Invitational, Jeddah, will bring the tour to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Following that, Tom Kim's victory at the Shriners Children's Open matches Tiger Woods' PGA Tour record. The 20-year-old, who won the Wyndham Championship in August, took advantage of Patrick Cantlay's triple bogey finish to win by 3 shots in Las Vegas. Woods won his first 2 tour victories in 1996, the first in Las Vegas. "I'm a 5-year-old at Disneyland," Kim said after his latest success. "It's fantastic. I didn't have any standing in the US until a few months ago, and now I'm a 2-time tour winner, sharing that honor with Tiger. It's an honor and a dream come true. I've worked extremely hard. My crew has worked really hard to get to this point, and I am grateful. I'm having a terrific time on the PGA Tour." Kim began the final round tied for the lead with world number 4 Cantlay, and the 2 stayed tied heading to the final hole. Cantlay, on the other hand, triple bogeyed the last hole. The American's errant drive ended up next to a bush, and he could only hack his ball a few feet farther into difficulty, forcing him to take a penalty drop. Cantlay then hit his 4th shot into a pond that protected the green. Kim won with a simple par, capping up a bogey-free week with the final round 5 under 66 to end on 24 under. Kim has already won 2 tournaments in succession, despite not turning 21 until next June. He is 6 months younger than 15-time major champion Tiger Woods was when he won his 2nd title. Next up, Jody Ewart-Shadoff of England leads by 2 strokes after a first round 64. In the first round of the LPGA Medihill Championship, Jody Ewart-Shadoff of England recorded a 64 and a 2-shot lead. On Thursday at the Satakoy Club in Somis, California, the 34-year-old, vying for her first professional tour victory, shot an 8 under par round with an eagle and 7 birdies. "I gave myself a lot of opportunities and felt extremely comfortable and relaxed with the putter today," she remarked. Ruxin Liu of China and Allison Lee of the United States are 2 strokes down in 2nd place. Danielle Kang, another American, is one of 3 women behind. This is only her 5th competition since she underwent treatment for a spine tumor after eagling the par 5 14th. Ewart-Shadoff started her round on the back 9 and shot 4 more birdies in the next 5 holes to finish at 5 under par. In her 12 years years on the LPGA Tour, the number 93 player in the world has never won a championship, but she has posted 27 top 10 performances. This year's strong start comes just days after fellow countrywoman Charlie Hull won at the Ascendant. In the words of viewer Shadoff, "I think everything was just clicking. The putter just got hot and everything was flowing." Moving on, should LIV Golf be granted OWGR status? All 48 players who competed in LIV Golf's event outside Chicago last month addressed a combined letter to OWGR chairman Peter Dawson, imploring him to award ranking points to competitors. However, their application for the global ranking status is still being reviewed. "I think we deserve them," Johnson stated. "Obviously, given the quality of players we have and the tournaments we're having, we should have them. I believe it's reasonable. I think the way they're going about it is extremely smart and intelligent, but I hope they make the correct decision and award us world ranking points." The first 5 tournaments of the first season were played without world ranking points, with Charles Schwartzel winning in London, Brendan Grace winning in Portland, and Henrik Stenson winning in Bedminster before Johnson and Cameron Smith won the next 2. "None of us are playing events where you receive points, so we're slowly slipping down," Johnson added. "But I don't see that occurring, points being reinstated for prior events, which is fine. At the very least, we expect to have them in the future, since, as I previously stated, it's supposed to be a fair and non-biased organization for golf, which is precisely what we are. Hopefully they'll make the right choice and award us world ranking points." Following that, what's next for Team Europe? The next captain will be placed, and the Ryder Cup will resume as usual, but everyone is unhappy after Henrik's promises that he wants the role. The committee that selects the Ryder Cup captain is gathering to decide who will be the next captain. I'm guessing they'll look at prior pictures, such as Paul Lowry and Robert Carlson. Maybe someone from the outside, like Thomas Bjorn, comes in. Another is Luke Donald. It's difficult to say who it will be right now, but the process will begin and end, and we'll move on from there. What else can we do? Golf is broader than just one event, but LIV will impact the PGA Tour, the DP World Tour, and the Ryder Cup in some fashion. It has already happened because our captain has gone off to join and play with LIV, and we are now dealing with the consequences. Finally, extra excitement ahead at Wentworth. We anticipate things to be tense this week, given all that has been going on in the game, but this ups the ante in the tournament, and the additional needle might make things more exciting than they already were. It's possible that instead of 2 European players heading down the stretch on Sunday afternoon, it'll be a player from the DP World Tour facing off against a member of the LIV Golf, which will create even more drama in a competition that's already quite compelling, because you can't assume that everyone on the tour will be pleasant. I feel that the players are accustomed to playing with persons with whom they might not always agree. They will carry on with their daily activities. They will enter their office, position themselves at the first tee, and then close the door behind them. When I used to play, I often found myself in situations quite similar to this one, when I would focus solely on my own game and ignore the other golfer who happened to be on the fairway simultaneously. This week presents a fantastic opportunity to show a bit more class in the situation, put aside personal feelings about what's happening in the game, and play some golf instead of dwelling on the problem. Well, that marks the end of our video for today. We hope you enjoyed it. On the way out, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.